Hello there guys, my name is Marcos. So in this video I'm going to try to attempt to explain you guys and show you guys me making a lightsaber, because I have made a lightsaber. Now here's the thing, this video and the way that I made this lightsaber is more like, to me, it's a learning curve, because there's some elements about this lightsaber that I made that I really like, and there's some that just I don't like. Which I will make another video later on, because I've learned a few things about, well, how I made this lightsaber, which hopefully later on, you know, I might get better at it. But nonetheless, it's not necessarily 100% bad. It's just that there's some things that I just didn't really like, and I was like, instead of just scrapping this video, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and just, you know, release it, just edit, just put it out there, whatever. I forgot to wear my Star Wars shirt, so next time I do make a lightsaber, I will wear my Star Wars shirt, because that's is a key importance in my book. Okay, so let's begin. So the first thing I got was, I got myself a PVC pipe. Now a lot of people do get PVC pipes to make lightsabers and stuff like that, but to me, I wanted to get one that was more like in the skinnier side, because I really want to feel like this lightsaber. We want to make it so the inside can look like really cool, but I ended up like failing at that, but whatever. So I decided, okay, so I got a PVC pipe, and then after that I ended up like cutting like in an angle, like the top piece of it, and then after that I ended up cutting like almost close to the bottom. I ended up cutting it so it could be like two pieces, because I really wanted to, like that piece right there, I really wanted to show like it was like cables coming out of it or something like that. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so now the thing that I did, the first thing that I did is that I grabbed myself something that looks like this. This right here, I got it at a dollar store, and what I did is I grabbed scissors and I tried to cut a little bit of this, which kind of looks like this piece right here, if you guys can see that. It looks like this. I cut it out from this side. I used some scissors. I would recommend getting like a small little saw or something like that, because it ended up getting mutilated and destroyed from right here. I don't know. So there's that. And then once I was able to get that piece, I actually put it on the PVC pipe, and then I grabbed a heat gun, and I ended up heating it up so it can get to this curved shape like this onto the PVC pipe. Make sure you wear gloves, because it does get hot, and that's how I was able to like kind of make that curve, which I thought was really great. Now one thing I will say is that make sure that you don't put too much heat on it, because or else these circles are they're gonna like warp or something like that. So that's what I recommend. So after I got done doing that, I ended up gluing it in it. It doesn't look that great, but to be honest, dude, as long as this thing is big enough so we can cut it out, we can put something in it, not cut it out. So there's that. Then once I got done doing that, then I started working on the bottom piece, as in for the wires and cable and stuff like that. So what I did is that I grabbed this thin piece of PVC pipe, which is the clear one. Now one thing I would notice is that I chose to use this one, but the problem is that this one was a little bit more thicker, it was more bigger, so it wouldn't fit in that great, but I had to really like force it in, so I used that. I also used these pieces of sticks made out of wood that got at Michael's and stuff like that. Then once I got all of that done, I ended up spray painting like a matte black, like a flat black. Then after I got done painting the whole thing with the matte black, I ended up getting these paper clips. Now I like these colored paper clips, because if you undo them, they kind of look like smaller pieces of wires, and I like that because it only cost me $1 and just a lot more. So I started, I didn't necessarily glue them, I just put them on the inside of it, kind of like forced them in snug. I also fold them to make it look like they were cables or something like that. It was a pain in the ass to put them in it, but I did do it anyways. And after that, I grabbed the matte black spray can and I spray paint a little bit, and then I also ended up like scraping some of it off so I can reveal a little bit of it. And the reason why I did that, because I wanted the wires to kind of like blend in with the with the other part of the lightsaber, but I still wanted to show that they were wires, so that's why I did that. So there's that. And then once I got all that done, I wanted to put something on the bottom. So what I did is that I found this ball that looks like an eyeball. I got this at Dollar Tree for like $1, and came a whole bunch of them, and they're like eyeballs. I got it for like Halloween or something. But you can always use like one of those plastic, what's it called, ping pong balls that they sell that are really cheap, something like that. So I glued that in there, and then I painted that matte black or flat black. And then after that, after I got it, you have this. So right here, one of the things that I was gonna do is get myself a big PVC pipe and kind of like shove it in. I know that sounds wrong, but whatever. But it didn't work. You know, it's a pain in the ass. And then I decided not to do that. So then what I decided to optimize is to go to my local Michael's and get myself some foam, some medium size thickness foam, so I could just wrap it around. Okay, so I cut out a piece of paper, and this piece of paper is basically, it's cut it so I can see if it's gonna fit. So there's that. It's just gonna fit here. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this. I got this piece of foam right here. If you guys see, it's like smaller, thicker. And I'm gonna wrap this thing around here just like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like, I want this to be right here, and there's that. So I'm just gonna kind of wrap it around just like that. Come over here and kind of like get a piece of paper like that. And like mark it a little bit. And then after that, I'm gonna be using this heat gun, and I'm gonna heat up this area just so I can kind of like get it curved. So now one thing I want to do is that on this side where this circle grill is, I do want to put it inside here, just like that. So this is going to be the top part, and hopefully I'm able to recycle so I could put it over here. But this part I want it to be like, sort of like this. So yeah, so there's that. You know, so there's that. Now I want to take the paper that I just cut out, and I want to go ahead and trace it onto in the middle where this thing I think will be. So we're like around here. So there's that. Okay, so I know this one is black, but it's actually, you can still kind of see it. So there's that. And then I know that on this side is where some of the markings show. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna go ahead and just trace it onto this side. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out. So I already end up cutting the circle. Also, I cut this. Now this part right here, I did cut it a little bit bigger than this thing, because I wanted to kind of like layer it like right here. So there's that, and I already heated up my glue gun. Okay, I heated up. So now this is supposed to line up inside here, so it can show just this small little mesh right here. So it could be like this. Now I am gonna glue this like these. Now this one tends to be like a little bit open more. So what I'm gonna do is with this Dremel, because mine's not really light liner, I'm gonna kind of like carve some of these things in. Also, this is not gonna be the final color. I am gonna be wrapping it around something. Right after I got done wrapping the whole thing around, okay, so now one thing I do want to do with this is kind of trace this onto the paper that I'm gonna be using, because Then after that's just gonna make everything a lot easier. So I'm gonna go get the paper. This is the paper they're gonna be using. It's kind of like a reflective type of paper, as you guys can see. You guys probably can see the camera or something like that. But it's I got this at Michael's for like around probably like $1 or $2, and it's really great. Comes in this plastic bag, and I like using this because it is reflective, and it kind of does give it at a like the illusion that it's metallic or something like that. Which, yeah, I'm gonna trace this onto right here. Now, one thing I will note is that make sure you make this a little bit bigger, just because this will be curved. So then this needs to be, you know, if it makes any sense. So I am gonna be tracing it on the back and cutting it from the back, just so the front won't look messed up. Okay, so I got this thing cut out, so you can see, and also I got this one. Now, the thing I'm gonna do first is actually I'm gonna glue this onto right here. Make sure I line it up from the top and also from the bottom. Okay, so I ended up sanding as much as I could with the solder. I mean, with the you know, with the you know, chisel, whatever, and I got as much as I could. Now this one I actually glued it in wrong, but still fine. And I kind of did hide most of this, which I didn't want to do, but it still looks kind of cool, you know. So now I will wrap this thing around. Now, if I do have, like, if this thing doesn't really align that well and still have like a smaller space inside here, it's perfectly fine, because I am going to be covering that up, like I said. So yeah, so I want to get this thing right here, kind of find the sweet spot and kind of like curl this thing like that, something like that, I don't know. Okay, so here's this. It looks all like mirror-like and whatever, which looks really great. Now, of course, there's this thing. I also added this part right here. Ready? So you guys can see that. But yeah, there's this thing right here, which is not so great. So what I did is that I cut out this design. You know, I got a piece of paper, I folded it, and it's, now don't be concerned about like mine. Yours could be different. You know, I just decided to, and this thing's gonna do is that I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it right here. So I got this, I traced it out into this, which is this chrome thing, and I'm gonna be gluing it up onto right here, something like that. Just, and the reason why I did the design, just so it can look, I don't know, cool. The idea is that it's gonna cover that, and the reason why I did design, I know you can just put a straight line, but if I put a design on the back and kind of like glue it in there, make the design, it kind of doesn't make it feel like it's a it's part of like the it's not just like, oh, trying to hide something. It's more like, oh, this goes here, this goes that. I was trying to do something like that, but then I ran out of glue, and when I ran out of glue, it didn't really look that well because I ran out of glue. You know, and it sucks. I have glue now, but I ran out at the time. So there was that. So right after I got done gluing all of that, now I came down to the paint job. Now, as if for the paint job, I was using this cheap ass, you know, black paper and I mean this black paint. But then what I did is I grabbed a piece of paper, right? And then I put paint on it, and then I was trying to scrape it off with the exact same paper like the other side. The side didn't have any paint, and it kind of worked. But then after that, I just decided to use a semi-gloss spray can. I spray it in, wait like probably like 2 seconds, and then I ended up like scraping it off. Make sure that if you're gonna do it, make sure that you scrape it off really quickly, because this will get dry in there, and it's gonna be much more hard to remove it. And yeah, and I started doing that, and that actually turned out to be looking pretty cool. I'm gonna show you guys right now how this thing ended up looking. It looks something like this. I think it came out pretty cool. I love this. I like this idea, but there are some things in here that I've done that I really don't like, but there is a potential on here that makes me feel like I want to make another lightsaber. So that's what it looked like. I will show you guys cool like close-up shots or something like that. It does look pretty cool. I have ideas for other types of like lightsabers, and I think this lightsaber came out looking pretty good. But like right here on this side, it kind of has like a much bigger gap between this, and I don't like that. So that is a problem that I will need to fix. But other than that, I think it looks kind of cool, as you guys see on those, you know. I will make another one because I'm not 100% pleased with this one. Also, one thing I did end up putting on here is the final thing I did was this clear glossy coat on it, you know, to make it so the paint can just stay there. And yeah, and I used the glossy one, not the matte one, because I don't have matte anymore. So that's that. So hope you guys enjoy this video. I just wanted to upload a video today, so there was that. Hopefully tomorrow I upload another video. Hope you guys like this video. See you guys later, and bye. And I feel like I will make another one, and I will wear my Star Wars shirt for that one, not like this one where it's just all black. Yeah. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later, and yeah, bye.